The story begins with a bloody scene in a certain forest. Many people have died, perhaps they have encountered something ferocious and terrifying. The remaining people are screaming and calling each other, if they get through here, we will all die. Quickly move the injured to the back. Damn it, there are too many of them. They seem to have no hope of survival, as many of them have been injured, and the enemy is unknown but very dangerous. A girl in the group has also been injured. She is teary and thinks that they are all done for, we are all going to die. She has a wound in her stomach, but it's not deep. At this time, someone is reaching out to check on her and it seems that the light on that person's hand can soothe the girl's pain. Hey girl, what do you mean, dying? You, the huntress, your wound is not that bad, look, do you feel better? It turns out that the powerful magic hand belongs to him, it seems he has the ability to heal such wounds. The girl is still lying with her eyes closed, she hasn't fully recovered but can still talk to him. What I mean is not that I will die from this wound, but that the current situation is too bad, because in a moment, everyone here will be attacked by that thing, and no one can survive to return. The guy turns to look and sees a flock of flying monsters coming and about to attack everyone. The girl says, you know, then run fast, stand there waiting to die or what, but he seems not worried at all. Oh, those monsters, there are quite a few, aren't there? It seems that this guy is not afraid of them. Who is he to be so brave? Could he be the savior of everyone in this battle? Seeing him still standing and watching the monsters, the girl is so anxious that she has to stand up and remind him, you are an S-rank hunter, S-rank. Do you know how bad it will be if you die? Do you know how to write the word death that you are still standing there? What if you fall into a situation where you can't fight just because you are a healer, you are not an assassin or a wizard, or a defender to be able to participate in the battle? A healer does not have the ability to fight monsters, you know. I understand, then I will be right back, you just stay there. Okay, then go quickly. Huh, what do you mean? Where is he going? The girl is so painful that she is also shocked by him. Wait, what did you say? You are going now, you are running back there, huh? Hey, you hunter, answer me quickly, are you crazy? I understand your worry, but I won't die that easily. Just rest assured. As he spoke, the handsome hunter picked up his sword and moved forward. Could it be that he intends to rush up and fight those sharp-beaked bird monsters? He is just a healer, how can he have the strength to fight them? Before leaving, the handsome guy turned back and told the girl, I won't let you die, just sit and rest first. It will be over in a jiffy. I will be right back. After speaking, the hunter with a sword in one hand rushed forward, with determined eyes wanting to completely destroy the bird monsters that had harmed his teammates. A group of people, including archers, defenders, wizards, and fighters, are standing and watching those monsters. They are crossing the mountain and want to approach their prey. They don't know what else to do because they definitely can't fight back. But right now, there's something behind them, rushing fast. Wait, that person is the hunter Cheon Hasten. They are horrified to see Cheon Hasten rushing like that. Two of them screamed, it's dangerous, stop, Cheon Hasten. But he ignored them and still wanted to fight, even though he was just a healer. Ignoring the warnings of everyone around, regardless of what those monsters are, Cheon Hasten took a step and jumped into the crowd of monsters without any fear. They look bloodthirsty and disgusting, with human bodies but wings, long tongues sticking out, sharp teeth, and cool red eyes. They are very numerous and may peck him like the crows pecking corpses we often see in horror movies. Oh my god, it's impossible. How could he do that? A sword cut off the monster's head. His teammates were just shocked, now they are stunned by the extraordinary ability of Cheon Hasten. Isn't he a healer? So Cheon Hasten has saved everyone. But that horrifying scene, how could it happen in this world? Why are there such strange-looking monsters, and who are they to confront these monsters? Let's find out what's happening to this world. A world where concepts like superheroes existed. They are described as heroes, with muscles, skills, strategies, and special powers. Or demigods, a hybrid of gods and humans, with special abilities like magical power, they can fight at a distance by creating spell effects, causing spell damage to enemies. Or the saviors with the radiant power of prayer or spirituality. They exist around us, but no one knows who they are and where they come from. They possess extraordinary abilities like in fantasy games and enter dungeons. They call themselves, and other monster hunters, hunters. The concept of a hunter was born from there. At that time, existing parallel to the Earth was another world called the dungeon. The dungeon is behind the energy gates. They can be seen as spatial holes, can take people to another world, a different space from the current place. The hunter is not simply a hero, but it has also become a profession. Hunters attack dungeons to make a living. Strange creatures in another world can make them rich from taking rewards and spoils from their lairs. But at the same time, they also destroy many things on this earth. And disaster monsters also appear, a series of monsters pouring out countless gates, the thing connecting the dungeon with the earth. At that time, ordinary people, without power, would be helpless and died before their brutal attacks. Simply because ordinary people do not have the ability to resist such a danger. It is the apocalypse of the earth. People think so, because monsters crawl up from everywhere, burn cities and trample people. Some die, some run away in chaos, cities are destroyed, wherever they go, they massacre. But that disaster only happened before a special moment. Before the people known as hunters appeared, they came and used their special abilities to fight the monsters. Hunters can kill monsters depending on their strength, attack strategy, and the strength of the monster itself. But their goal is not as noble as to save the earth or anything, it's simply to hunt. Some hunt for fun, some hunt for money, some hunt because they are hunters. Ordinary people, without the ability to hunt monsters, would find this terrifying. Why can those special people defeat the monster with just a punch or a move? Aren't they afraid of the monster? But no matter what the purpose of the hunters is, their influence is enough to make them the main characters in this new world. But what does the main character or the new world matter to him? Because at that time, for a person with a terminal illness like Cheon Hasen, it is almost meaningless whether the world is destroyed or there are heroes to save it. Maybe he will not have time to die under any monster, or even can't wait to see the hunter standing in front of him, because this disease can kill him at any time, maybe tomorrow, the day after or next week. At this time, Cheon Hasen has not become a hunter, he is just a boy with a terminal illness, or congenital something, with a lifeless face and spots, purple burns covering his face and neck, arms and legs, in general, covering the whole body. That much is enough for him to feel ashamed when teased and dare not go out. So people often see Cheon Hasen always in a bowed posture, hair falling down and wearing a coat covering the whole body as if wanting to hide how many ugly spots. One day he went for a medical examination and the doctor said he had a terminal illness, could not be cured. He was very sad but probably not too hard to guess. Returning on the familiar bus, Cheon Hasen looked out the window and saw that life was really dark. Suddenly there was a call from his sister. "Hello, Cheon Hasen, have you been to the hospital yet?" "Yes, I just left, now I'm going home." His sister asked Cheon Hasen if he had arrived home yet. He said no, and just got to Gabang Dong intersection. Then his sister told him that she would work overtime today, so told Cheon Hasen to eat first and don't wait for her to come home. It seems that his sister often works overtime, so every time he hears the word overtime, Cheon Hasen feels annoyed and feels more sorry for his sister. Again, is sister working overtime again? Don't you know you're tired? If you work too hard like that it won't be good. Cheon Hasen worries about his sister but she says it's okay, don't worry. Then his sister also glossed over and asked Cheon Hasen about the results of the medical examination this morning. "Oh, you went for a checkup, what did the doctor say? Is there anything serious?" Cheon Hasen paused for a second and decided to hide from his sister. "Well, there's nothing, sister, I just have a normal illness. The doctor said that taking medicine will gradually heal, because my constitution is a bit bad so it will take a long time, just need to be persistent." Cheon Hasen said that to reassure his sister, and he had the entire content of the conversation with the doctor earlier. But in Cheon Hasen's head, he still remembered the words the doctor said like a thunderbolt when he was at the hospital. Even though he is a good doctor, when faced with Cheon Hasen's case, he had to regretfully admit defeat. "I've lived nearly 60 years. But I've never seen this disease before. Your whole body is toxic, it's really a miracle that you can still live until now. Your blood is poison, your organs too, it can be seen that your whole body is no different from a tube of poison. The toxicity index in Cheon Hasen's body is very high, to the point that the doctor is also scared." Hearing the doctor say that, Cheon Hasen shivered all over, he was really scared. He clenched his hand and bit into his leg, as if to reassure himself and hide that fear. "Doctor, do you mean I have no chance of living?" "It's so sudden, After saying that, Cheon Hasen suddenly laughed without knowing why. Perhaps he could not accept the fact that he was about to die. When people are at their lowest and can't be sad or cry, but just laugh, it's really the worst feeling in the world. The doctor seemed to feel that from Cheon Hasen's eyes. He bowed his head, closed his eyes and regretted, I'm sorry, I really can't cure this strange disease. I'm sorry, I've tried my best. The sentence is simple, but I believe no doctor wants to say it to their patient. Returning to the conversation of Cheon Hasen with his sister, just now when he heard his younger brother say that he was still okay and the disease was not too serious, she was also relieved. Although she had hung up, Cheon Hasen was still holding the phone in his hand and looking at it hesitantly. He wanted to text or something to tell his sister about his impending death, but thinking about it, he didn't want to do that. But if he unfortunately dies suddenly, it will make his sister more sad. The young boy Cheon Hasen was really confused, not knowing what to do. How should I tell my sister, Sister, I'm about to die, or Sister, I have to go far? But just at this moment, everyone on the bus received a message. Everyone was surprised and hurriedly opened to see Cheon Hasen too. Who are those messages from and why did everyone receive them at the same time? What happened that they were so panicked? Oh, it's too dangerous. Someone immediately asked the driver to stop the bus. Someone still didn't know whether to believe in this message or not, afraid it was a scam, but it looked so serious that it was better to believe than not. Should we run or not? There is an evacuation order, but also don't know if we can run in time. These two young people seem to be lovers or something. They are wearing couple shirts and happily going somewhere together. Encountering this is really ironic. The gate has exploded. Emergency message at 12:45. 2 gates have exploded in the Gupadong and Gabangdong areas. Please inform the residents to evacuate immediately. Just reading the message, Cheon Hasen also felt that it had been a long time since he received such a message. A long time ago there were also a few cases like this, but all were settled by the heroes and hunters who helped. But wait, Gabangdong, isn't it here, right where Cheon Hasen is passing by? Do you have to be so cruel to me? Today is not sad enough or what? Before he could do anything else, the glass of the bus was covered by something big, preventing the light from passing through. Cheon Hasen looked out and froze when he saw that dirty thing. A giant frog monster with very large teeth and its tongue full of pimples licked the bus of Cheon Hasen. Its saliva flowed all over the bus and smelled disgusting. A deadly purple color covered the bus and it was pitiful for anyone on that unlucky bus. Everyone on the bus hadn't even had time to understand what was happening, and in a blink of an eye, the monster had arrived. The thing outside the bus window was death itself. Suddenly, with a bang, the frog monster stuck out its poisonous tongue, piercing the bus window. Shards of broken glass flew out. Its tongue flew past Cheon Hasen's face as he was sitting right by the window, but luckily it didn't hit him. Lucky for Cheon Hasen, but it was the end for others, surely. Cheon Hasen looked horrified at the toxic pimples right in front of him and was as if dead silent. He couldn't even budge from his spot, as if he was stuck on the seat. The tragedy on the bus happened so quickly that no one had time to realize. A young man had died from the poison. His mouth was oozing black blood. His veins all over his body also turned black like cursed tree roots, clinging to his body. Oh, 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 the girl cried out in pain, calling him. Others didn't believe what was happening before their eyes. Just now the young man in pink had been killed by it, then who would be next among them, no one could predict. Cheon Hasen thought this was a dream. He didn't believe that person was really dead. Its long tongue had pierced through the unfortunate young man's body, and caused him to die in extreme pain, dying without a word, not even having time to resist or run away. In a standing position, he was being pierced by the poisonous tongue of that frog, but it seemed to kill just for fun, not wanting to eat meat. After killing a prey, the monster quickly pulled its tongue out of the young man's body. By this time, he had really fallen. Everyone turned to look at the young man with a horrified face. He even died without closing his eyes. Even if they wanted to help, they didn't know how to help. No one dared to touch him. Seeing her husband die tragically right in front of her, the girl collapsed crying and wanted to hug her husband's body to run away from the bus, but everyone on the bus stopped her, fearing that she too would die. Miss, get up quickly. No, no, the driver screamed. People in front moved quickly, ran, but I think they won't have much time left. The monster is very big and it has such a terrible poison. Just one touch can kill a person, then how can they escape? Right now, at the office where Cheon Hasen's sister works, it's Nakabangdong, everything is still peaceful. It's lunchtime and everyone is starting to go for lunch or take a break or something. Hey, Miss Manhwa, take a break when you're done. A colleague went ahead and reminded her to rest after finishing that pile of work. Yes, yes, Manhwa cheerfully replied. I'll go when I'm done. A person is sitting with Cheon Hasen's sister, and holding a hot cup of coffee in her hand. Hey, Miss Manhwa, you're amazing." "Why so?" Manhwa surprised. The woman continued, "Well, you know. A young person like you should be dating and partying, but you can't because you have to pay for your brother's hospital bills. I feel sorry for you." Manhwa laughed and said, "No, it's not like that. There's nothing to regret, right? Because that little guy is my only relative." The woman was also surprised by Manhwa's innocent answer, because she didn't even feel regret or sadness for having to work hard to support her brother. "Oh, you two sisters must be close. A drop of blood is better than a pond of water, right? It's not like my family, we don't get along at all." Suddenly Manhwa dropped the coffee cup on the floor. "Oh my god, Miss Manhwa, what's wrong with you? Did you get burned, Miss Manhwa?" Despite her colleagues' inquiries, Manhwa was silent when she heard the news reporter on TV talking about the emergency news of two gates exploding in Gupadong and Gabangdong. Manhwa was worried and scared speechless, because her younger brother Cheon Hasen was there. On that unfortunate bus, the passengers, after seeing the young man in pink had died, also quickly ran out of the bus. The monster chased them everywhere. Those who were targeted by it only had one outcome. After death they all had pustules full of pus all over their bodies, or their blood was poisoned and turned black. Some died in a sitting position, with one arm bitten off by its teeth. Looking at the body was no different from in horror movies. Damn it, Cheon Hasen looked around and no one was alive. He was also lying on the floor full of bloodstains. He intended to get up and run as fast as he could, but it was too late, because it had caught him. Does Cheon Hasen still have a chance to escape, when the long tongue of the monster is wrapped tightly around one of his legs? Cheon Hasen looked around to see if anyone could help him, but of course not, they were all dead. Right now, his phone has a message. Who is texting at this time? Cheon Hasen, hurry up. But actually, it was a message from his sister Manhwa. She had texted a lot asking where her brother was he okay, and Cheon Hasen still couldn't reply because he was busy running away from that monster. Perhaps Manhwa was very scared, not knowing if her brother was still alive. Seeing the caring message from his sister, Cheon Hasen wanted to cry out loud, "I'm sorry, sister. I wanted to do something for you before I die, but things turned out like this. Now even saying goodbye to you is difficult." Cheon Hasen thought he was definitely going to die with this poisonous monster, and couldn't see his sister Manhwa for the last time. Cheon Hasen was angry to himself. It was the one that made him unable to say goodbye to his respectable sister. "No, I can't just sit and wait to die." He looked straight into the monster's eyes and talked to himself. "I heard that people will award medals and rewards to those who sacrifice when fighting monsters. I'm sure those things will be useful for you, the only person left in the world when your brother has died. I will die, but die in a useful way, so that later you won't have to suffer anymore." Thinking so, Cheon Hasen was determined to resist the monster to try to kill it and earn the final reward for his sister. He picked up a piece of broken glass on the floor, held it up and clenched it, even though the shard cut into his hand and bled, but Cheon Hasen no longer felt pain. Nothing hurts more than his mood right now. Cheon Hasen screamed out loud. "Want to attack me? Then come on, you filthy monster." Cheon Hasen will try his best to fight this disgusting thing, all for his sister Manhwa. The monster heard Cheon Hasen's provocative scream, then it turned and bared its teeth to attack. It used its tongue to catch Cheon Hasen like the way normal frogs catch prey. As predicted, it caught Cheon Hasen's leg and rolled its tongue back to swallow him into its stomach. Right now, Cheon Hasen laughed again and asked the monster, "Isn't it fun? You can kill whatever you want and live the way you want to live, ha ha ha. But I'm sure you've never thought about the suffering of the people you've attacked. But now it's your turn, you frog." After saying that, Cheon Hasen used the sharp piece of glass to stab straight into the monster's eye. 1 stab, 2 stabs, 3 stabs, and Cheon Hasen kept stabbing into its eye. Blood began to splatter everywhere. But strangely, the frog didn't seem to be in pain or affected at all. "Oh no, what's going on?" Cheon Hasen was disappointed because he couldn't do anything to it. He only made it angrier. The monster wrapped its tongue around Cheon Hasen like an octopus trying to wrap and squeeze its prey. Cheon Hasen tried to cut its tongue with a piece of glass. But it seemed to have no effect. In the end, it managed to bind him. And the next step was to swallow the small prey into its mouth, enjoying a good meal after a day of attacking people. Cheon Hasen followed its saliva and drifted down to its stomach. These terrifying last moments of life would probably be unforgettable even in his next life. Is it over? Maybe this is for the best, because his life didn't mean anything. He's really dead. When people are about to die, their brains make them think of the happiest moments of their lives with the people they love the most. At this moment, the face and voice of his sister when they were very young appeared in Cheon Hasen's mind. Hey, Cheon Hasen, are you enjoying school? I'm not picky, I'm a good boy. Why is Cheon Hasen so cute? He remembered being cared for, praised, and loved by his sister. Get well soon, then we can travel a lot. Our parents can't live with us anymore, and in the future, I will be the one to protect you. The images that appeared in his mind made Cheon Hasen feel that life with his sister was so beautiful. Why did it end like this? Cheon Hasen didn't want to die. But he didn't know what was happening. The monster was not okay. It felt pain, and its mouth began to ooze a scary purple substance. Suddenly the monster lit up, terrifying rays of light emanated from its stomach. And boom, the monster exploded. Its body was blown into hundreds of pieces. Eyes, nose, heart, liver were all torn apart after the explosion. The floor was now covered in black blood and the slimy flesh of the monster that had just been thrown out. In that bloody, stinky mess, there was a guy who had fainted. It was Cheon Hasen. The city was in ruins. News was being broadcast everywhere. The appearance of the double gate at around 1:30 is an unpredictable phenomenon. The sudden disaster is predicted to cause great damage. However, Chairman Godhun sent a special team to protect the people. The situation has been brought under control. With the quick response of the Glory Association, total damage is being minimized. Reporters interviewed a common citizen in Gupadong. What do you think about the Glory Association? They are very reliable. Thanks to them I don't have to worry about monsters anymore. Other people said, they are always the first to rush into battle, truly worthy of being the top association in the country. The chairman sent his apologies and deep condolences to all the victims of the incident. Hello citizens, I am God Gunai. First I want to apologize to everyone, the victims in this incident. We are currently doing our best to control the situation, so please find a safe shelter. Despite the news images and the chairman's speech, Songhwa still ran everywhere, from the ruined alleys, to the alleys around Gabangdong to find her brother. She didn't want to give up, she had to find and save her brother Cheon Hasen. The Glory Association will always protect you, Chairman God Gunai spoke and affirmed that he would control the situation to protect the people. At this moment, in that ruined corner of the street, Cheon Hasen woke up and coughed a few times. It seemed that he had choked when sinking into the stomach of the giant frog monster. He couldn't believe that he could survive. What is this? Surely I was eaten by the monster. Why am I still alive? Cheon Hasen raised both hands to look and thought he was dreaming. Cheon Hasen sat up and felt a severe headache. His body was covered in black blood like tar. But he heard someone calling his name, and it wasn't clear. Cheon Hasen shook his head back and forth. Considering the situation, his body was not well. Cheon Hasen, the call became clearer at a close distance. Wait a minute, this voice is of his sister. Cheon Hasen turned around to search but didn't see his sister Songhwa anywhere. Is it an illusion? Cheon Hasen thought he had died and come back to life and was hallucinating, but no, although it was very faint, it was indeed his sister's voice. Cheon Hasen still couldn't distinguish anything, his head was still very painful, and his body felt strange. But he was sure his sister was nearby. Why did she come to such a dangerous place? I have to find her. Afraid that his sister would be in danger, Cheon Hasen quickly got up and started running everywhere to find his sister. And the girl Songhwa was the same. Neither of these two siblings cared for themselves, but only thought of their loved ones and worried for each other. Songhwa kept calling her brother loudly, Cheon Hasen. Where are you? If you are here then please speak up, Cheon Hasen. At this time Songhwa was standing near a small alley, hearing noise in the alley, so the girl thought that her brother might be in there. Songhwa approached and asked Cheon Hasen, are you here? But no, it was not her beloved brother, but something scary. There was a whole herd of monsters there. I have to run now. Songhwa backed away intending to turn around and run. But unfortunately, her foot stepped on something, making a noise that drew the monster's attention to her. They were dragging a person's body into the alley to eat. They were also frog monsters but smaller than the one Cheon Hasen had fought earlier. Seeing another fatter prey, they started to attack Songhwa. The brave girl managed to pick up something and throw it at the monsters and ran away as fast as she could. They were very numerous and dangerous, chasing her frantically from behind. Songhwa didn't have any weapons in her hand. She just knew to run as fast as she could, faster, and even faster. But what happened that made Songhwa stop? Impossible, oh my god, help me. The road has been destroyed. In front of Songhwa was a pile of rubble as high as a mountain. She couldn't get past this place and go on. Songhwa started to stand and cry. She hadn't found her brother yet, and now she was about to be caught up by the monsters. What about her brother Cheon Hasten? Did she come too late? No, can't give up. I have to find Cheon Hasten no matter what. Songhwa was determined to meet her only brother, but unfortunately, at this time the monsters had arrived. They were right behind the girl, not far from where she stood. I have to find a way to save her. Songhwa still stood crying, and suddenly, the monster rushed forward, intending to pounce on her from behind. You bastards, stay away from my sister. Cheon Hasten arrived in time and threw something at the frog monster, making it fly far away. Cheon Hasten had saved his sister. Cheon Hasten was holding a stick in his hand. He clenched it and was ready to fight them to the death. As long as his sister was safe, Songhwa heard a familiar voice, so she opened her eyes and saw it was her brother. Cheon Hasten, but why does the kid look so terrible? His body was all bloody and sticky. Sister, stay as far away as possible, Cheon Hasten shouted. I will come to save you right now. Having said that, Cheon Hasten alone with a stick rushed forward to fight the monsters. This is really crazy. Monsters attack ordinary people, and humans resist. This will be a futile battle, because the battle is inherently unequal. But with Cheon Hasten it's different. He thinks he can win. Because first, the physique of the small black frog is quite weak. Their main weapon is poison, but their physical strength is weak, so dealing with them will be less troublesome for someone like Cheon Hasten. Second, Cheon Hasten is now stronger than before. Although he doesn't understand what has happened to himself, but after fainting, he feels his body has changed. Cheon Hasten has become much stronger. And the final reason, this is Cheon Hasten's bet. Initially just a little curiosity. Because the poison of the black frog is very strong. So he must have died both times before because he touched its tongue and was poisoned into the wound. But instead of dying, his wounds seem to have healed. It seems that Cheon Hasten has learned something. His body can resist the poison of these frog monsters, because he is poisonous, so when the frog swallowed him into its stomach, it itself was poisoned stronger and died miserably. The frogs rushed to spit poison on Cheon Hasten, but Cheon Hasten stood laughing loudly. Ha ha ha, what are you guys going to do, you lousy frogs? It seems that your attack doesn't bother me at all, you bastards. Cheon Hasten is sure he is not harmed by what is called poison, but the monsters are quite numerous and there are many, so if Cheon Hasten kills them one by one, then he will win. Just as he was rejoicing at this, and he will win, he carelessly dropped his guard. Behind him was a big frog. It was attacking him. It raised its huge fist and punched straight into the small boy Cheon Hasten. He flew hundreds of meters. Sister Songhwa saw her brother being attacked, so she screamed, Cheon Hasten. Cheon Hasten flew straight into the corner of the wall. He didn't even know what had just happened. Did I just faint? What happened? Cheon Hasten opened his eyes and saw the giant black frog staring at its prey. Damn, that big monster, it hit me. Luckily I didn't die. But wait, the person next to the monster is Sister Songhwa. It's about to eat her. With her strength she won't be able to do anything to it, even if she holds a stick. Cheon Hasten stood up and shouted loudly, Sister. Wait a minute, Sister is coming right now. Cheon Hasten, the girl was still thinking that she would be able to protect her brother for the last time. But Songhwa's hand was broken. She cried in pain and told Cheon Hasten not to come here. Cheon Hasten still didn't hear what his sister was saying. Don't come to me, just run. The monster will finish off the prey instantly. Songhwa knew for sure her brother wouldn't be able to save her in time, because she had been poisoned, and she herself didn't want Cheon Hasten to come near her. Cheon Hasten, I'm sorry. The girl turned back and said her last words to the little brother she loved the most, and then she fell down. Cheon Hasten watched his sister die. No, she is the one who has worked hard all her life to provide for her little brother. She shouldn't die like that, sister. Is it just a joke? Sister, wake up. Cheon Hasten screamed his sister's name. She fought for Cheon Hasten. A small girl dared to stand up and resist that huge, terrifying thing until her last breath to protect her little brother. Cheon Hasten covered his face crying and screaming in sympathy for his sister. Anyway, I'm going to die. Why did she do that? The one who should die is me. It shouldn't be like this. At the moment of utter despair, Cheon Hasten felt a red snake escape from his body. It was very big and scary. Cheon Hasten didn't know why and how that snake moved according to his will. That's right, even though he doesn't know what it is, both it and Cheon Hasten want to do one thing. That is to kill the frog monster that killed Songhwa. Kill it. The snake rushed to pierce the body of the black frog monster and finish it off to avenge his sister. When Cheon Hasten killed that monster, on the top floor of a building next to that alley, there was a strange woman sitting watching everything happening casually, and even enjoying it. Wow, this kid is good, who knew he could summon a python? If it's this kid, then maybe he can do this job. However, he still needs to learn to control his power. She observed Cheon Hasen just now, but why didn't she help them and wait until now? After hearing that sound, they all looked at the kid. I guess I should help him deal with that thing. Cheon Hasen was carrying his sister when another black frog monster appeared. And not just one, they were coming in large numbers. Damn, it's not over yet, they keep rushing in. I can't let my sister die because of a person like me. Cheon Hasen laid his sister down and put a coat on Songwa's body. She gave me her life, so I can't let it be wasted. Sister, lie there and wait for me, I will come back, Cheon Hasen said, and stepped up to fight for survival with them to end this quickly. Because her breath was very weak, Cheon Hasen couldn't prolong this any longer. He should have carried his sister and ran to find a place to rescue, but the monsters didn't let him do that. Therefore, Cheon Hasen has no choice but to fight. If I can protect my sister, then even if I die, it's okay, because she deserves it. Cheon Hasen clenched his fist and intended to punch the frog monster in front of him. He yelled in its face, "The one who will survive here is not you. If not me, then when the hunter arrives, you guys will die miserably." But why is this? Cheon Hasen hadn't made any moves yet when he vomited a lot of blood. Damn, what's wrong with my body? Is this the side effect of the snake earlier? Why does it have to be now? Cheon Hasen still couldn't move and kept vomiting blood. The monster continued to step towards Cheon Hasen. Move, move, Cheon Hasen encouraged himself, but his body couldn't move or do anything. Cheon Hasen, please, move. And finally it came. The monster stood in front of him, just waiting for a move to kill Cheon Hasen. It's over, it's really over, everything seems to have ended with me, Cheon Hasen despaired. But right at that moment of life and death, someone appeared and said something that surprised Cheon Hasen immensely. People don't use their power like that, kid. You are overdoing it when dealing with those little bugs, even if it's difficult to destroy a giant black frog in just one move. Hello kid, I'm Kirill. I have a lot of things to tell you, but right now just deal with this situation first. Sorry about this, she approached, saying things that Cheon Hasen didn't understand at all. After apologizing, the strange woman suddenly grabbed Cheon Hasen's collar and threw him hundreds of meters away with a single flick of her hand. She even added, "It's dangerous here, you just wait there with your sister for a bit." Cheon Hasen was shocked. How come? How can that person throw others like nothing? That power is truly terrifying. What kind of crazy person is she? Kirill must be a hunter. Just look at the way she plays with the monster. The frog can't even touch Kirill even once. Hey frog, do you think you can catch me with that speed? The monster was spun 360 degrees but still couldn't catch the hunter Kirill. She circled in front, then moved to the back. I'm here, where are you looking? Kirill flew in front of the monster. It opened its eyes wide to look at her. Kirill raised her fist and aimed straight at its head. The monster was attacked unexpectedly. It didn't even have time to see where Kirill was. Just one punch made the earth shake. The monster's body exploded into hundreds of pieces as if someone had stuffed a bomb into its mouth and detonated it. Unbelievable, she tore it into hundreds of pieces with just one move. Is that person an S-rank hunter? From afar, Cheon Hasen could see the dazzling light from the explosion of the monster just now, and admired that power. She's so strong. I also want. No, even if I only possess half of that power, then I could have saved my sister in time, so she wouldn't get hurt. Cheon Hasen looked at his sister and cried. At this time, after having dealt with that big monster, Kirill asked Cheon Hasen what he was thinking so intently. Is there something wrong? No, nothing. Although he said nothing, Cheon Hasen was very worried about his sister, not knowing if he could save Songhwa or not. As if understanding his feelings, Kirill propped her hand on her chin and told Cheon Hasen, "She will be fine, your sister, she won't die, don't worry." How come? Cheon Hasen was surprised. She's very lucky. If it was a little later then it would be dangerous. If I didn't know how to treat then she would definitely die. Cheon Hasen turned to look at his sister, and saw everything was miraculous. Kirill saying she will be fine is not just ordinary encouragement. What did she do to Songhwa that he couldn't see any signs of injury on her body? Cheon Hasen even couldn't think that a fighting hunter could know how to treat miraculously like that. I thought my sister would die, but now, Songhwa has really been saved. Thank you, you saved my family. Cheon Hasen bowed his head to thank the strange hunter. He cried bitterly, happy that his sister was alive. Thank you for saving my sister. But Kirill said, it's a bit early to be happy now, kid. You just look at you, your current condition is not very good, you look like you're about to die, ha ha ha, people are dying and she can still laugh, this hunter Kirill is quite unusual. Hey, you should stop joking, because you still have a long way to go before you kick the bucket, Kirill said something that no one understood. Cheon Hasen also couldn't understand what she meant. What do you mean? Do you want me to repeat it? You don't need to die, you can live. After saying that, Kirill threw her cloak, turned to the remaining little monsters and told Cheon Hasen, let me finish off the remaining monsters, I will explain in detail for you to understand. Cheon Hasen called Kirill back, wait a minute, please let me know. If what you say is true, and I can really continue to live, then how can I become as strong as you? I don't want to live a life being oppressed by others anymore. Cheon Hasen's face was full of determination and desire to change. Now he lives no different from a dead person. He wants to be stronger to be able to protect his sister, at least that. Kirill saw the intense desire of the boy Cheon Hasen, so she was quite interested. Good, now I will show you something very interesting, kid. This is the ultimate move that made my name. Do you know what it is? It's Poison Rain. Kirill raised her arm, a purple tornado came. The tornado with terrifying power accompanied by deadly poison, they even carry lightning along. Look closely, kid. Because this is the level you have to reach, if not strong then forget it, if you want to be strong, you have to be truly strong. Cheon Hasen looked into the poison cloud in Kirill's hand. From the sky began to fall drops of rain, gradually falling faster, the purple rainwater. Cheon Hasen was so astonished that he was bewildered, because in his mind, hunters are really strong, that's a fact that everyone knows. However, Cheon Hasen had never thought of this, the things happening before his eyes. A person can bring rain with just one hand gesture. The rain pierced through the bodies of the monsters, the raindrops fell on their flesh causing them to tear apart, no different from being burned by acid. A rain can massacre all monsters in the area in the blink of an eye, not a single monster survived. Then, Kirill turned to Cheon Hasen, hey, did you just ask if you could get stronger? Yeah, I can promise you. Then someday here, you Cheon Hasen, will become the strongest hunter in the world. So after that, Cheon Hasen will start a series of training days to become stronger and will no longer be a weak, sick, bullied Cheon Hasen. The first day seems quite hard, Cheon Hasen with a doubtful face, sweating and calling, hey, Kirill. You drop the honorifics, between us then no need to use it. Kirill was holding Cheon Hasen's leg and looking at something. So then Kirill, I ask you a question. Are you sure I can overcome? Cheon Hasen worried when Kirill held one leg and hung like a banana tree. Around him there were many knives carrying toxic energy, not knowing what method Kirill was using to treat that was strange. In the cute room of the two siblings Cheon Hasen, there was a scream of the young man, and then the sarcastic laughter of Kirill. Don't laugh anymore, I really think I'm going to die. I don't know what you're doing to me. Cheon Hasen was extremely worried about being afraid of death, and basically according to the doctor, he also didn't live long, and Kirill was holding her stomach laughing like a harvest. These two people are hard to understand. It's really laughable. Kirill gradually calmed down and said to the fool, I haven't explained to you yet, I didn't mean to kill you, why are you scared? I intend to put this thing called black ether into your body here. Cheon Hasen was shocked with what name sounded strange. What are you talking about? It's black ether, haven't you ever heard of it? So have you ever heard of the Poison Man? Kirill began to explain about the poison ether black and those who are called by the name Poison Man for Cheon Hasen to understand. Poison Man, I've heard of them. Poison Man is quite famous. In the past, they were one of the strongest professions, but after that incident they disappeared. And being hated by everyone. They are traitors to humanity, right? Cheon Hasen seems to know a lot about these people and talks about them as if he himself hates them very much. At this point Kirill's face looks serious again, no more joking. After talking for a while, Cheon Hasen suddenly realized something about Kirill. Wait a minute, you are. Before Cheon Hasen finished speaking, Kirill confirmed, that's right, I am one of the infamous villains, a Poison Man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Cheon Hasen realized that he had spoken about poison men in a very negative way, such as traitors, villains, evil things. He must be afraid that Kirill will get angry, but quite the contrary, Kirill not only did not get angry, but also thought that Cheon Hasen was not wrong. But what surprised Kirill was that he didn't seem scared of that news. Kirill asked Cheon Hasen that you are not afraid of me. Well, but you saved us. Clearly even though Kirill is a poison man, she saved Cheon Hasen and his sister Manhwa. Cheon Hasen continued, from the beginning, I didn't think you were a normal hunter. When you did that to save my sister, in a very different way, I'm sure. Hearing this, Kirill fell silent, said nothing, but just turned to look at Manhwa lying down. As for Cheon Hasen, he was scared, not knowing if he had said something wrong or done something wrong, but it turns out Kirill was silent because she was happy. As you said, I am an abnormal poison man, or more correctly a special poison man, both beautiful and badass. Our extraordinariness shows the time of awakening. You don't need to know where I learned that from. Let's talk a little about the difference between poison men and those normal hunters. If compared to the death rate when awakening, the rate in hunters is 1%, very rare. To put it simply, for every 100 people who wake up, there will be one person who is a little off. While waking up, they go to meet their grandparents, sleep forever. But on the other hand, most poison men will die when they wake up. If 100 poison men wake up, then somewhere there are only about 5 or 6 lucky survivors, so it's called poison. Do you know why most of them die? Just for the same reason, poison men always live with poison in their bodies, but the poison will get heavier and heavier, and no doctor can cure it. So, the amount of toxins in the body will increase day by day, to the point where the person themselves can no longer bear it, then boom, it will corrode their body. Wait a minute, why does it sound like me? Cheon Hasen was shocked to see that what Kirill described was very similar to his feelings about himself at this time. No way, am I a poison man? Kirill laughed loudly. Haha, that's right, you realize it quite quickly, all your pains are signs of awakening. Congratulations on becoming a poison man who is handsome, cool, you are the best. Cheon Hasen, probably the first time Cheon Hasen was praised like that, although a bit surprised, but hearing that, he also felt happy. While Cheon Hasen was thinking about the fact that he woke up to become a poison man or something, Kirill had kicked the door on the rooftop to go outside. Cheon Hasen chased after. Wait a minute, what do you mean? Kirill ignored. You shut up, don't talk nonsense anymore, go outside here for a bit, but whatever you say, you also don't kick my door, I have to compensate. Kirill led Cheon Hasen outside. She stood right on the edge of the rooftop, looking very dangerous. Cheon Hasen stood behind her. At this point Kirill began to explain more. I just said poison men live with poison in their bodies, right? So the question is, how can we live with poison in our bodies? Normal people when poison will die instantly, but we don't, and the answer is very simple, because we always detoxify. Allow me. As she spoke, Kirill held a syringe in her hand. Very quickly, she stabbed that syringe into Cheon Hasen's body. The fool was scared, not knowing what this purple thing was, and why Kirill did that. Kirill is an expert in doing before speaking. She always makes others panic and then explains. The healing ability of a poison man always exceeds everyone's imagination, whether it's sleeping or eating, and even when we're talking right now, our healing ability is also being activated. But we can't solve all the poison, we just purify it, and the place of purification is the source of our energy, black ether. Holding the syringe in his hand, Cheon Hasen felt creepy. Hey, are you sure this is safe? It's creepy, and it's purple. Of course it's safe, because you are a junior, so this Kirill gives it to you. Do you like it? Kirill laughed cheerfully. As for Cheon Hasen, he didn't dare to trust this thing at all. If you give it like this, I will die. Kirill just walked on the edge of the rooftop, saying, I don't know what you need, but isn't a flexible body the best? So I want to show you the most basic self-confidence. I also put my strength into it. See how much I value you. Now I, a professional teacher, will show you an example. Stretch your legs, and when you step on the ground then, Cheon Hasen, the student, wondered. Kirill, I have a question. Didn't you say poison rain is the only skill? What does Cheon Hasen mean? Is he trying to learn that poison move first? The teacher was going to teach another skill, but the student hadn't finished listening to the lecture and kept asking. So annoying. So Kirill jumped down the floor without saying anything, very angry with the student. Cheon Hasen just stood there, marveling at the master's jumping action. Warning, ordinary people should not do it at home. He admires Kirill like a superhero. She's amazing, the skills are also wonderful, but why is her face so thin? Just said a few words and she's gone. And so Cheon Hasen just stood there, waiting for Kirill and not knowing when she would come back here. An hour has passed. Disappointed, Cheon Hasen thought from the beginning that he couldn't do that. She thinks I'm as strong as her or something. Anyway, I'm just a weak, useless, lucky to be alive. How can I do like her? At this point Kirill jumped up, standing right in front of Cheon Hasen. You hate yourself again. What is useless? Dying here, you have to try to know, isn't it? Who knows if you have the ability or not if you don't try? Everything has a first time, just take a risk. How would you know? Cheon Hasen thought that Kirill could never understand his feelings at this time. Because she was already strong, how can Kirill understand what fear and inferiority are? Moreover, since childhood Cheon Hasen has been too accustomed to the derogatory words from everyone around, that he is a fool, a monster, an orphan and many worse words. Do you know how many times I've heard those words? I've heard so much that I believe I'm like that. It might sound like an excuse, but I'm genuinely terrified. Standing from the rooftop and looking down, this height is horrifying. A cowardly fool like Cheon Hasen would never dare to step on the edge of the railing, let alone Kirill wanting him to try jumping down. Kirill stopped to think for a few seconds. With Cheon Hasen's personality, he could not let him voluntarily step out of his limit. Kirill said, "I think I made a mistake. Now that I think about it, this way of teaching is not suitable for you. Maybe I should consider more carefully. Hey kid, it's going to be hard from now on, huh?" Cheon Hasen continued to sweat. Hearing her weird Kirill say this is that he feels insecure. Her personality is a bit weird. I don't know what Kirill will do to me. Suddenly Kirill grabbed Cheon Hasen's shirt, the familiar feeling. Like the first time he met, Kirill also grabbed his shirt and threw it 100 meters away. Don't say that Kirill is going to throw Cheon Hasen downstairs. Play around. Listen, Cheon Hasen, the important thing is the senses. Let's focus all the senses on the soles of the feet, and let them burst. Kirill, are you kidding me? Save me, you're kidding me a little too much. Cheon Hasen, even if he cries for help, no one can save him. Kirill says he does it, and sometimes he doesn't say it. Seeing this scene as Kirill is an assassin who is about to drop his victim and end his life, her way seems a bit heavy for someone like Cheon Hasen. People are so scared that their hands and feet no longer feel, but Kirill calmly breathed the air and said that it was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful weather to be reborn. After saying that, Kirill let Cheon Hasen fall free. And waving his arms, laughing his eyes, "Good luck, Cheon Hasen. If you don't succeed, you will die." It seems like Kirill wants to activate the skill for his shy student by creating extreme fear, and Cheon Hasen thinks she's crazy. "It's like killing me." From the rooftop, Kirill said to come down. "You should step on the wall, and then jump over the opposite building." Just kidding, how can Cheon Hasen do it? It's not like Superman can jump back and forth like a movie. "But if I fall again, I will really die. I have to try." Cheon Hasen now has no choice, either close his eyes or die unjustly. He recalled Kirill's words that he had to focus the strength of all his senses on the soles of his feet. Concentrating, 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 Cheon Hasen closed his eyes, biting his teeth trying to focus as hard as possible, hoping for a miracle to appear. At this time, in his head, there are sarcastic words, which are stupid, monsters, orphans, which is this poor woman. She has to raise a child like you. If I were you, I would kill myself, you loser. Damn it, as if I wanted to be like this. I've been scorned all my life, so much so that I didn't dare to raise my face to look at anyone. It seems that Kirill also has the ability to read other people's minds. She knows all the negative emotions in Cheon Hasen's head at the moment. You can't give up before trying to do that. You know what? Cheon Hasen was angry, but at that moment, his feet focused their energy and clung to the wall of the building, the purple energy source. Made up of anger and self-deprecation, Cheon Hasen could step on the wall and prepare to jump over the opposite building. Cheon Hasen opened his eyes, not believing that he had done it, but the trouble at the moment was how to land. The next step was to jump to the other side, but the distance was too far for Cheon Hasen to try his hand at the first time. "You did a good job." Cheon Hasen turned around, because he heard Kirill being very close to me. She flew down to Cheon Hasen and encouraged, "You keep complaining that you can't do it, but it's easier than you think. That's good. I told you you would." See, Kirill held out his hand to the student Cheon Hasen and hugged him. Once he risked his life to do, anything could happen. Kirill saved Cheon Hasen from death, making him want to cry, thinking that he would fall freely and end his life for nothing. But fortunately Cheon Hasen was determined and at least did something that he himself never dared to think of, which was also what the teacher like Kirill wanted to see now, which was the beginning. Now comes the second step. I don't know what the two of them are doing, but Kirill's face is serious, like staring at something, and Cheon Hasen is always afraid. "Kirill, I feel a little pressure in the first cut. Can't you hold it like before?" Suddenly Kirill's eyes changed color, as if about to turn completely white. She looked horrible. "Oh, my God, what are you doing? Let me go and talk first." But Kirill doesn't care and she's playing Cheon Hasen's eyes out loud with her hand. "Wait, stop. I told you to let me go." Cheon Hasen was screaming, and Kirill was holding onto him, and it seemed like something was falling out of her eye. It was moving into Cheon Hasen's eye. So this is the poison device, the test version. This concept is very strange. This thing is a star device. It is an item that hunters use to cut stars. that device is automatically registering new users and checking for compatibility. It has confirmed living organisms are poisonous and is in process of synchronizing with the user's body. Kirill introduced, that device is used for cutting, but it is on a completely different level from other normal devices such as attack type, collection type, storage type, and yes, even the Glory Guild has never seen anything like this. It is a type of lens that is worn on the eyes, looks quite pitiful, but it is just a normal type. After receiving it, Cheon Hasen hugged my head and told me to understand that this was a good device, but couldn't you give it to me in a normal way? Suddenly opened my eyes and that thing flew from your eyes through my eyes. It looked disgusting. Now that you're gone, it looks like you're in a hurry to go somewhere. Kirill sighed. Yes, you really are very clever to notice the small details. Kirill is about to turn away. That's right, I have to go now. It looks like that, but I'm actually being hunted. If I stay here a little longer, it will be very dangerous for me. Oh no, right now it's dangerous. There's no need to wait any longer. Why? Cheon Hasen still didn't understand what Kirill said. Kirill gently stroked Cheon Hasen's head and told him to go find Dr. Jean right away. Since Dr. Jean is the genius of this century, and is also Kirill's partner here, he will explain everything to you. Kirill takes out a purple orb and gives it to Cheon Hasen. This device will tell you where he is, so follow its directions. This is my last gift to you. I gave you everything, so bye-bye boy. Cheon Hasen saw that Kirill treated him very well, but why was she treated as a traitor by other hunters? What had Kirill done before, or was there some misunderstanding? Cheon Hasen didn't know why she came here and helped me so much, but he was sure of one thing, Kirill wasn't a bad person. Cheon Hasen stood up and said, this is the first time that I feel worried for someone like that, and feel grateful to someone. So please let me help you. I don't care how difficult it will be. I will do everything as long as I can help you. Cheon Hasen is confident and determined to do something to help Kirill out of danger from being arrested. But Kirill refused. No, because now you haven't reached the level where you can help me. You need to be much stronger, so strong that you don't need to know how strong your enemies are, but still have full confidence and bravery to defeat them. Please be strong to protect everyone. Can you promise me that? Kirill said as if she is going away and can't see Cheon Hasen again. The words of encouragement and what Kirill helped Cheon Hasen make him more determined. Cheon Hasen promised to do as Kirill wanted. Clenching his hand, Cheon Hasen said, I would do it. So all right, well done. Look at your expression like that. I guess I don't need to worry anymore. Goodbye, kid. If there's a chance I'll meet again. So Kirill is gone. She really is gone. Those are the words Kirill said before she disappeared. A person can do anything he wants like her. Why say those words that seem like the last word for Cheon Hasen? I don't know what will happen to her in the future. Cheon Hasen feels really worried, but now at least everything with him is different. From a person who has nothing in life, Cheon Hasen now has a goal. He must try to be strong and protect the people he wants to protect. Back to the articles about the explosion of the dungeon. After that happened, there were many streams of comments. Usually, after something big happened, there would be a lot of discontent rather than support. The articles with the successful defensive title Gupa Dong, what about Gabang Dong? The glorious society only protects the high classes. The people are buzzing with a series of questions. Why can you choose who to save? It is unfair. Such comments have become quite popular online. Many anonymous comments are rampant and top on social networking sites. How is it going in Gabang Dong? Finally the bastards of glory are in trouble. What is the current status of the Glory Guild? People, there is no fairness in the unfair world. What are you waiting for? Some others say that the gate is very bad. This is the way a country works. Lucky, my place is not. Others are more harsh. They have too many benefits compared to the national number one. God Hanai, take responsibility for what happened. There are 500 people who died cheating, are going to shut up and hide the information. These are some of the countless comments about the incident in the past few days. And then, there are also opinions that support the Glory Association and counter-arguments, roughly as the above comments are so disgusting, so ungrateful that they forget what the Glory Society has done for you until now. You don't even know. Korea still exists thanks to the Star Glory Association. People only once sent it to bite, so surely the above comments are those of the beggars in Gabang Dong. The two streams of opinion take turns to wave. But in just a few days all the criticism was gone. Instead of good words, praising the Glory Festival and encouraging the spirit of God Ganai President. Honestly, it's all bullshit. There must be a limit to this bullshit. Cheon Hasen is one of the victims in Gabang Dong, and he also gets very tired of reading comments like this. No matter what, now Cheon Hasen has another more important thing to do, which is to go to Chiagizan Mountain to find Dr. Jean as Kirill told him before leaving. It's also quite far. So Cheon Hasen also prepared to leave early, and he left a note for Manhwa that I was going to leave for a few days. Walking down the street, Cheon Hasen took the orb that Kirill gave him, looked at it again and didn't know what it was for. A star ball. How to use it? It's a giant toad core, it must be poisonous. Kirill had told Cheon Hasen to hold it in his hand and recall the steps of the poison. If he did so, it would begin to have an effect on his body. Doubtless, Cheon Hasen also started to do it. The purple ball began to glow and flew out of Cheon Hasen's palm. He felt something running into his body. That toad core is being absorbed by my body. A blue screen pops up announcing the status of the changing black core. The level of black ether production is 37%. And after that, the production also gradually increases to 40%, 57%, 63%, 71%, and gradually reaches 100%. The user's black ether has been increasing continuously. The amount of black ether is in the range of 1000 BA to 1500 BA. You can use black ether to enhance the strength of the body. Note, the unit of measurement of black ether is BA. At this time, Cheon Hasen realized that his black ether had increased significantly. His hand still had black ether energy rising. Maybe I would get stronger if I just absorbed that core. So right now, how strong is my body? Cheon Hasen only wonders to himself, but the black core can tell him, your body is currently at the level of an E-rank rider. If you continue to absorb black ether, and pass a certain level, then you may possess the physical ability of an S-rank rider. The S-rank rider. Cheon Hasen gaped because he did not dare to believe that he could have that power. It seems that what Kirill said at that time was not a joke. If it was absorbed soon, Cheon Hasen would become as strong as her. Suddenly Cheon Hasen heard someone arguing, damn it. Why is there such a thing as a checkpoint here today? A tall guy is yelling at the woman there, I have to tell you how many times, you must not go out without permission. The girl holds the baby in her arms and argues with him, but why do you put the checkpoint when there is no notice? My daughter is not feeling well right now, I have to take her to the doctor. Mustn't people have priority? What right do you have to prohibit us? You're not even a government employee anymore. The tall angry man scolded the bigger woman, hey, you shut your mouth if you don't want to be carved. These bastards, just like the superiors said, are you responsible? If you are poisoned and go out to spread to others, you damned beggars, don't think we are good, star on the face. Unable to resist, Cheon Hasen ran from a distance and cursed at the face of the tall man. It was disgusting, running away from this place when the gate opened, and now he wants to save face. So good. Hearing Cheon Hasen's voice, he turned and asked what, who just said that, wanted to die. Cheon Hasen walked over without fear and said, you guys declare that you don't know anything when the people here are dying. Why do you dare to control everything now, you clowns? Right, you big black stink. Son of a bitch, do you know who we are? Cheon Hasen replied, you know, the people who work for the organization are related to the Glory Association, but in Korea, who doesn't know that logo, the big G on your shirt? The other guy got angry and called Cheon Hasen a son of a bitch. You dare to say that even if you know who we are, you're tired of living. I'm so scared, so what are you going to do to me, hit me or something? Why is Cheon Hasen so brave today? Don't say that he intentionally made the other guy angry to have an excuse to fight, try his strength. Like, that guy picked up a stick and was about to beat Cheon Hasen up. See how he said it, you need to learn that the Glory Club is above the law, touch anyone who does not touch us and you will determine, kid. Once you are beaten, you will realize the lesson right away, try to suffer. I don't know if Cheon Hasen is afraid at this time. He is big and aggressive, he is a member of the Glory Club again. If he is not afraid, he is probably lying. When the big guy swung his stick towards Cheon Hasen, he was able to hold one hand, and also told him. From this moment on, everything I do is just self-defense, because he did it first. One hand Cheon Hasen broke the other guy's stick, making him startled. Huh, how can you bastard? However, Cheon Hasen is probably betting on his hands this time. I don't know what else he can do, because he has never practiced physical strength or skill before. His body is unstable and he is breathing hard again. Surely the fist from him will be like a fly compared to the big one. But the mutant's body is at a very different level from the average person's. The power of the fist can increase 100 times without even the person doing it. Wow, I'm so disgusted. Cheon Hasen doesn't even believe that he punched the big one. Cheon Hasen was much stronger. The other guy was punched once and fell on his back without any resistance. Help me, hoo-hoo. Before I hit him, he broke his teeth, bruised his eyes, sprayed his nose with blood. It was a loss of face. No one will save you. And stop moaning like a child after just one punch. It's unbelievable. Did you know that the people were constantly screaming when the gate broke out? They believed that you would show up in time to save from the horrors of the monsters, but no one came here. Chion hastened said, but it seemed that the other guy couldn't hear. He must have been in so much pain and had fainted. It was a waste of words.